Okay, here's what I am doing. I am in WPS Office and I created a document. I created a fake newsletter, fake news and all that. So this is news you can use, newsletter, of course. And you'll enjoy that, I'm sure. But right now, we've got to worry about sending it out, and we want to create address labels. I looked for Avery address labels. I did not find them in a template. I know that they are compatible with Word. I use them for Word, and I have all the different address labels that you could possibly want in Word. But though I am unfamiliar with WPS Office, I did not see anywhere on the Avery website that they were compatible with anything else other than Word. But WPS is using Word documents and stuff. Let me find my cord to plug in. Anyway, how annoying. This is just typical. Okay, so we're good. Okay, so I created an Avery label to use as a template and saved it so that you can use it in WPS Office. It should work. So I've created it. I don't know what this is. My template? Well, anyway. So I also created, you're supposed to be able to create, the way I'm saying you're supposed to be able to create, but this is how it works in Office, my Microsoft Office. So you create a spreadsheet, and so you create a spreadsheet of all your addresses. This will organize all your addresses. You can sort them and do whatever. But the first row across is going to say the first name, the last name, the address 1. Sometimes they have an apartment you can put down. Most of the time there's no address 3. And in this case, I did not make one up. So you want to scan your list of addresses to make sure that you don't miss any information. Say if there was a really long list and you want to make sure that there is something in this field, or there is nothing in this field if you're going to ignore it. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to just not even select that. You'll see what I'm talking about. So first name, last name, address 1, address 2. We're going to skip address 3. There's nothing in it. Add city and state and zip. I made it into an Excel or whatever file. We'll just upload that so it can be available in the cloud. Okay, hopefully it'll save it. I've already uploaded it actually, and I don't know. It's probably because I just made up my account, maybe. I don't even know. It's got a check mark now, so that's a good sign. Let me see now. We want to open a new document. Perfect. And, actually, we want to open a saved document. Excuse me, I messed up. So open. We made a template of the labels. So I plan on sharing this with you if this is whatever label you need. These are the Avery, I named it, labels. You'll see 2 of them here. This is a regular doc, and this is the template, and you can tell that from the T for template. And .docx is a document file that is compatible with Word also. So this is the label template file. And if you have a template file, you should always open it and save it as a new name, which if I open this, you'll see that it is just, it's going to say this, probably because I made it a template, I guess. I don't know. So this is, see, there's 3 across and 10 down. So total of 30 labels to a page. I'm going to go ahead and close this. Okay, and I'm going to open the other one that's just the docx. Okay, now it says normal.com. Okay, well, it's not. It's not what I wanted. What's in Documents Cloud? Nothing comes up. Okay, Documents. Here we go. docx. Let's just open this. Okay. And so here's your label sheet. So if you had just, I would save a blank sheet like this, like I thought it said blanks. We will do that now. We're gonna say, how do you do file save as? Didn't make any changes. I just want to say, oh yeah, save as. We'll just make it WPS Writer file, save as, and we're going to call it blank labels. Blank labels. And then they're blank Avery 5160 3x10 WPS file. Okay. Thank you. Now, we're gonna put in the label fields. So what we want to do is make this form fill in all the information from the address fields that you have. So you go to References, Mail Merge, you tell it to open the data source. The data source is the list of your addresses that we made up. And I put them in this, but it never opens it. As you'll see, if I click open, it'll say, we can't find it. Like that. So, okay. So what I did was I copied them and I put them in a document folder, called it address book doc, because it's not a spreadsheet. And now we want to say mail merge recipients. So when you click mail merge recipients here, second icon, this window comes up and you can check all the boxes to add or remove the recipients. These are all the ones that I want to add. Okay. And then you have to tell the labels form where do you want all that information to show up on this page. So we want to insert a merge field. First of all, our insertion point is right at the very beginning of this page. Perfect. We're going to insert a merge field. Let's make it the first name first. And I already have view merged data, but what it's really doing, actually I need to close this. And then if I clicked off of that, it's the first name. That is what we're putting in. After the first name, I want a space. And then I want to insert another merge field. And that would be the last name. I will insert that last name. It'll show up right there. And I can view, whoops, I have to select that first before this window pops up. Now I want to go to the next line. And then I want to insert a merge field. And it's going to be the address 1. And you have to close this window so that you can edit, you know, like add a space or a comma. We're going to add a space because I don't want a comma showing up after every address 1 line that does not also show an address 2. I would put the address 2 here though, because it'll add a weird space. Okay, so we're going to view the merge data now. Insert a merge field. It's going to be address line 2. Insert. So this one has an important. I don't want the comma there because it's just weird. Okay, so now we're going to go down to add the city and the state. Insert merge field. City. Insert. Close. Comma. Space. Insert merge field. We have the state. Insert. And we can also just do the next one just to save a tiny bit of time. Could have also done that ahead of time, but it's kind of like tricky to get all of it in the order that you want it to go. Finally, we want to say next field, because what we want it to do is we want it to go, we're done with this label, and then we want it to go to the next label and put in the next person's address there. So we will set, we have the insertion point here, the cursor's flashing, we say insert next fields. I don't see it. Do you see it? Oh, because I did hit that like at least twice. So we want to delete one of those. So after it types all this up, it's going to go to the next record. And I've got to have this information in all of these cells of the label sheet so that it'll fill it out. So we'll just copy and paste these. Select them by, I put the cursor, I was already at the end, so I held down Shift and hit the little arrow key, left or right, whichever way I'm going. Oh, sure, that doesn't work. I think it's Control, actually. Control. Yeah. Nope, 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 nope. It's Shift. I'm holding down the Shift key and moving the arrow up. That's what I did. I did up. I thought it was left. And then hit Control C to copy that. And I'm going to move the move the cursor over to the second column, whatever, right there. Move it over to the next one. Insertion point, click it. I'm moving to the next cell. I tap it so it stays there. You see, can you see it flashing right here? It needs to be in the next cell flashing so you know it's ready. And then you hit Control V to paste it. Over to the next one, tap it. Move the mouse over. And so if I had, I wonder if I can just select this much. Oh, select this much. Actually, I kind of want to have, oops, oh man. If I go back, I have a complete row. The first complete row, the second complete row. Well, I don't want to do that so many times, so I'm just going to select these, copy this, go down here. It's going to do 2 rows at a time, just to make it go a little bit faster. I think I have enough. You can, if you have, so this is for 30 labels. If you have how many ever people on your list, that's how many little cells you want filled out. So now what you could do is make them, I want to say Control A to select the whole thing. And we could, I'm trying to center them. So we want them to be centered there. Now that's not the right thing. Whoops. Never mind that. Undo, undo. Where's undo? Here. Let's see. How do I do that again? I want them centered inside the cells. Will that work? Yes. And that's good. And also, well, that's line spacing. We need to do this for all of them because it'll look funny. Well, it might not bother the people receiving it, but you might not like it. It's supposed to be centered, okay? But we also want it to be centered within. How do we do that? You might ask. Well, it's a table, so we want to say, how can we, oh, here's table tools. Try that. Table tools, and we want to make them centered in the table alignment. So we'll go align center, align bottom center. Which is it gonna be? Align top center, align center. Let's try that. Nothing's selected, so nothing's gonna get affected. We can select the whole table in one shot if we hit that little crossbar there in the corner, upper left corner at the very, very corner. Go to alignment, as we are in table tools. Align center. That's good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Are you happy with that? I'm happy with that. So now, okay, we want to get the addresses in there now. So we have created the table mail merge info, and now we want to view the merge data, and voila, there are your labels. Now we will say, you can save this. That would be very handy. Oh, look, it adds a little comma. You can just skip the comma because, you know, you're going to waste all these labels if you're not using them. So let's fix that. And what you do is, in the fields, you want to say, we want to go back and remove all the commas. So really don't want to go through each one. So let's go through and find, okay, find. Let's close this and find, where's your find at on this thing? How about if I just say Control F? We want to find and replace every comma, replace with nothing. We could replace it with a space. That might be helpful. It's already got a space, so no worries. And then let's just find the next one, see if it finds it. Yes, it did. And we just do it to all of them. Replace all. And it's all done. It did 30 of them. Perfect. Close that. Now, if we go to view, it's in references, mail merge, view, merge data. And if that looks good to you, or if you think you need to put a space, after Ohio. That might make it look a little bit nicer. Sure. Let's do that. You position it. How are we going to do that? We want to find, if we find a zip, that's not, oh. You can insert it. It's basically you're going to have to insert a space and then copy and paste all of that over again. So if you decide you want to put a space there, you can. I'm not going to do it right now. So you can merge it to a new document even. Let's view merge data. You can save as and just use this as your regular. That's what I would do. I would just save it, and then the next time you go to print your labels, stick your Avery label sheets, how many ever sheets of labels you need to put in your printer, have them go through the right direction, you know, face up, face down, whatever you have to do, and then print them. It doesn't matter if they're upside down, they should print out either direction on this centered in this page. So then you would just go to File, Print, Menu, Print, and then print them to your printer, and you'll be happy. Okay, so I think this is good. You know, let me know if you have any questions. I hope this helps, and I will talk to you tomorrow to see what kind of labels you have. You can email me or whatever, or text me something once you go to look at the box and say what number these labels are. These are 5160, which there's a lot of different labels that match the specs here. So yeah, so that's it. Remember to save your labels, this final thing, save it as a new WPS document and name it, you know, whatever you call it, newsletter, recipient addresses, and they're going to be labels, address labels, newsletter recipient address labels, you know, save it like that. And then whenever you want to go to open it, it's going to be there. I don't know why I hit that. Okay, so that's it. And I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.